Oh, wait, 1 second. Is it? Okay, now it is. Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 20. Wait. All right, 1 second. What's today? No, today. Welcome to day 30. Damn. I get all my stuff mixed up. Welcome to day 30, though, of our Advent Calendar reviews. Today we're reviewing Transformers Age of the Primes. There we go. Gotta readjust some more things. There you go. Age of the Primes Flatline. Flatline here is a slight retool, and why is my quality going to shit? What the fuck? Okay, 1 second. There you go. Let's say sorry about that. I don't know why, but my quality goes to shit sometimes. Now, like I was saying, this is a retool of Age of the Primes Red Alert, which is based off of, I believe, Armada. I think Cybertron, Energon. Those three shows I've never watched, so I honestly can't really say which one this guy's from. But this guy is a retool and repaint of Red Alert, which I've never owned. I've never owned that version. I have G1 Red Alert, so I never felt the need to get another Red Alert. But what I did want... excuse me, sorry. My throat was sounding a little raspy. Now, like I was saying, what I did want was Flatline, because I like filling out my Decepticons a lot more. Because, I mean, most of that down there is Autobots. Most of it is Autobots. So, getting more Decepticons is nice. I like having a more even side, you know? Yeah, Decepticons, they're stronger than the Autobots. But it's like, they're stronger because they have more numbers. When I have Autobots that outnumber Decepticons, it feels weird to me. So yeah, like I was saying though, Flatline here is lovely. I love the colors. Vehicle's durable. The underside's solid. Got some legs here, clearly. Got some lovely painted tires. Our hubcaps are silver. We got some red rims, red footstep, red paint work on the top right here, and lifeline, or I'm not sure what the proper name is for these, kind of like a heart monitor kind of thing here. On the back, we got our windows painted with some red around the rim there. On the side, it's just mirrored over. Got some lovely translucent red headlights, red grille, nice bumper here, and the windows are molded in clear translucent red. Got some trans red up here too, which is lovely. Underside, like I mentioned earlier, is solid. Flatline here rolls quite well, with each one of his wheels being pinned on, which is nice. Got some ports on the side, right here, a port on top, and no ports anywhere else. So 2 ports on this side, 2 ports on this side, and a port on top. For the alt mode, you have a gun that you can flip out for some defense that is also on a swivel. So you can have that if you want it. Now, with that out of the way, I have more to say about the robot mode. So we'll get into size comparisons and transformation next. So for size comparisons, we have Deluxe Class Waspinator. And next up, we have Deluxe Class Vortex. We have our Voyager class right here, Red Alert. Not Red Alert, wow. Oh, man. Voyager class Flatline, that's his name. Then for leader class, we have Onyx Prime, if he wants to go on all fours. There you go. And for consistency's sake, let's bring in our commander class, Superion. Looking as lovely as ever. Grab these guys all off the table. And now we start transforming. First thing I want to do is come right here and flip this up. As you guys realize, I've cut these tabs off, as it's really hard to get your finger in there and pull it out. So for my copy, I just removed these tabs right here and here. So, but if you don't like doing that, there would be 2 tabs right here and here that go into slots right here and here. I cut those off my copy though. Next thing is you want to start bringing the head up. Right, you can't bring the head all the way up yet. we'll push those back down for now. What we want to do is come to the back and gently pull, and pull this entire midsection right here down as well, just like so. Next thing we want to do is flip out the shins and the feet, and flip out his heels, just like so. Come on. No! I pulled it off. Get your clip back in. There you go. Clipped it in. Right, I just knocked it off again. Get back in there. There you go. Make sure it's all straight. Then come to the underside. Pull these parts out and rotate down. Straighten the arms out like so. And rotate. Flip the windows so they're like this. Straighten the arm out. Untab the rest of the arm and rotate. You want to flip this. Oh, wait. You want to grab this out. This little piece tabs into that tab right there for weapon storage. You want to grab it from there, though. Flip that down. This slot right here is going into that tab right there. Then you push that window down, and then you come over here, open this up, and then you flip up the head. Just like so. Flip this piece in right here, just like so, and push down. And then finally, flip out your blaster. Take this little black piece, plug it in right there. Remove the blaster, put it in his hand, and then you want to come to the you want to come to the inside of the legs right here, and pull these little silver bits out. Kind of hard for me to do though. I clipped my nails just yesterday, so it's hard for me to transform a lot of this guy. There you go. Then you want to take these. They have little ports on the back that go into these tabs. So this one should go right here, and this one goes right here. And those give him his little spikes right there. Then you give him his gun, just like so. And there's Flatline, fully complete. Flatline here is honestly gorgeous looking. I love the head sculpt, and they use clear plastic, which I'm not a huge fan of, but in this case, even without light going through, he looks lovely. I can still clearly see his eyes in that sea of black, mostly. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of trans red, especially just light piping as a whole. Like, you can tell there's red there, and that's good and all. Light piping's nice and all, but if you're going to give them this, I just prefer actual light-up eyes that are chrome eyes. If you guys are confused what I mean by chrome eyes, watch Perspective End's, what is it? Perspective End did a whole video on Grimlocks, what's the best? And he went on a little tangent about chrome eyes. Chrome eyes are when you just make the eyes very metallic. So no matter what type of lighting you have, they shine and they look alive. If you guys want that, if you want a figure that looks alive in their eyes, I love chrome eyes. It seems like it would work really nicely again. The rest of the figure, though, is quite lovely. These shoulder pads right here from the alt mode's doors look nice. The blaster here is well put together. The joints are a little tight. Like, if I try bending here, it's going to bend this instead of the knee. And on my copy, I had to disassemble the arms and sand down these elbows because they just wanted to stay nothing but in a plank position. Now this works a lot better, but I have to force the secondary joint in the elbow if I want that to move. And you know, I get it. You don't want a part too loose, but these parts right here are overly tight. And the rest of the arm was like that before I unscrewed right here and here and sanded down the joint on the inside right here. You can kind of see the sanding marks in there too. Now the first elbow joint is buttery smooth, but I can't fix the other one because it's on a pin. And yeah, I could knock the pin out and put it back in, but I don't have a pin knocker. So yeah, the knees are like this too, but to a lesser extent, because at least with the knee, there's not a bunch of movement there for me. So we're fine with that. I am not a huge fan of these bits of kibble right here, though. That bothers me a lot. Like, he moves fine with it, but they move. They move with everything too, and I don't like that. Let's see. What else do I have to say about the robot mode? Looks nice. I like the silver accent right here. I like the additional pieces. You know, he has a bit of a backpack, but hey, that's just the nature of this design. This was originally meant for Red Alert, so Red Alert's design was naturally like this. Heck, the only reason why I got this guy is because I walked all the way down to my local GameStop, and I didn't want the walk to be for nothing. So I got this guy while I was down there. In no other circumstance would I have gotten this guy, but because I walked all the way down to GameStop, I didn't want that whole walk to be for nothing, because it's like a 30-minute walk for me. You know, it's 30 minutes to get to, then another 30 to get back. And for me, I'm a very lazy man. You know, I like walking. I like walking enough to do stuff like that, but I also don't like it when my walk is for nothing. So, you know, just how it goes. So I got this guy. He's fine, though. He's good. I just wish the tolerances weren't so damn strong. Let's see. What else do I have to say about him, though? The head sculpt's nice. Sculpt work here is great. Just nice and lovely. I like the red accents all around him. The red on the shins are nice. The red on the rest of the parts that were used in the alt mode accents the rest of this figure very nicely. I like the silver on the face. The faceplate's nice. The face vents are lovely. The head crest looks good. Everything else just feels nice. He feels... Oh, let's put that back in. Everything feels solid, you know? Nothing's coming off. Along with some of these gimmicks... ooh! No! Don't want to drop that. This figure has a few gimmicks. One of those being this flip-out blaster right here, which can just re-tab right here and have over the shoulder, which I much prefer. But he also has a swappable fist, which if we put that right there, we can plug in right here. And that looks lovely. I gotta respond to someone real quickly. See you guys in just a minute. Alright, music's gone for a little bit. My phone's being weird. Apparently I'm not getting phone calls, which I don't like that. I don't like that I'm not getting phone calls right now. It's bothering me a lot. My buddy's trying to call me and he can't because my phone's being all fucky. So I'm restarting that right now. Now, like I was saying, this little minigun piece right here looks lovely on the figure. And honestly, it's just nice. And they're on ports, so rotation. We also have this one, which kind of reminds me of Soundwave's concussion blaster with how the nozzle is designed. And we also have this one right here, which kind of reminds me of how a taser looks. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Alrighty, got my phone fixed. Don't know what's going on with it, but it's been all weird. Now, back to Flatline. Flatline's modularity when it comes to hands and just anything with a 5mm port is pretty cool. Gives me the same vibe as the good old Impactor, which if you guys don't know, his little trick was he wouldn't switch out his hand, but his hand would flip in, and you could attach other things to it. Or I guess with a more recent example, Legacy United Cannonball. I believe he had a very similar gimmick as well. With him, I believe, one second. That's a figure I want to get sometime. He seems interesting. Let's look this up just to be sure, though. Transformers Legacy United Cannonball. Not Homer's. And not Filch. Don't know how they got Filch out of Cannonball, but okay. Let's see, where is he? There you go. Images, images, images. Let's take a look. Yeah, his hand was just like a little nozzle, and you could attach a hammer or a claw to it, with his gaps in the legs being able to fit both accessories. I want that figure so bad. Look at him. It's a neat looking head. Killer alt mode, by the way. Like that's neat looking. I like how that looks. Looks well put. He has a Cyber Planet key. How have I not realized that? But yeah, say Cannonball has a pretty similar trick up his sleeve as well. Yeah, there's not really much else I have to say about the robot mode, so we'll go into articulation. Head's on a nice ball joint, can look up that far. Let's put that back in for now. Look up that far, down that far, and side to side, full 360. Arms go up that far, down that far. Rotation at the elbow, rotation at the shoulder, and a double elbow bend, just like that. We have a 360 rotation at the hands, both of them. 360 rotation at the waist if you move the backpack out a bit. But if you want to keep the backpack fully tabbed in, you just get a little bit at the waist if you want to leave the back tabbed in. But if you don't, you also get that full leg back and full leg forward. If you have it tabbed in, though, your legs will only go back about that far. Legs can go out that far on both sides. There you go. 360 rotation at the thighs. Deep knee, or exactly 90 degrees at the knees. A bend at the shin because of transformation. And an ankle pivot that can bend backwards and forwards for transformation. And now, I need to go get the other guys transformed. So you all in just a minute. Wow. See you. Alrighty. For size comparisons, we have... What was that? Oh, just Instagram. That don't matter. For size comparisons, we have Deluxe Class Waspinator, Deluxe Class Vortex, Voyager Class Flatline, Leader Class Onyx Prime, and finally, some readjustments, Commander Class Superion. Now, with that all being said, what are my final thoughts on this figure? Flatline here is a nice figure. I won't lie, I only got him just cause I didn't want my walk to be for nothing, so yeah. He's alright though. He's nice enough. He's fun. You know, I'll give him that. He's a good mold. The tolerances are a little and I don't really know anything about Flatline. I don't know what Flatline's character is like or who Flatline really is. I mainly got Flatline because I need another Decepticon and I didn't want my walk to be for nothing. So yeah, that's about it for today's video. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. With tomorrow's video being, a list of every figure I got this year. So until then, I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching and goodbye.